conflict between Israel and Palestine has made most world leaders to react and call on both nations to cease fire for the sake of their citizens who would definitely feel the heat of the conflict. The United Nations and other human rights organizations, however, blamed Israel for launching attacks on Palestine, which led to the death of several people as most of their airstrikes were misfired, landing and destroying residential homes in Palestine. Reacting to the comments made by the United Nations and other human rights organizations, a military personnel in Israel said that the United Nations have paid deaf ears to the killings of Christians in Nigeria, and instead of them to react, they are blaming Israel for protecting and defending themselves. The Israeli, who operates a verified page on Facebook, posts an image that had an estimate of the number of Christians who have lost their lives. According to International Christian Concern, 1,470 Christians have been killed in Nigeria within 4 months. Several churches in the north have come under attack, with some of them burnt down and worshippers of Yahweh killed during the attack. This has been like this for quite a number of years, and I can recall vividly how ex-president Goodluck Jonathan's regime battled with suicide bombers and who mount bombs on themselves and visit a church where the bomb detonates. It has been really a sad experience by Christians living in the north due to the fact that their lives are at risk whenever they come out to worship their God and Maker. What did the Nigerians say about what the Israelis said? Some Nigerians who reacted to what he posted expressed sadness on UN's silence on the killings of Christians in Nigeria. Some said that the continent Africa has been neglected by UN as they often do not react to the killings in Nigeria. Okay. Everyone is aware of this whole thing. You know, before now, they will tell you, oh, it's not like that. They try to paint it as if some people are always rushing to the media, rushing out to say, oh, this is what is happening, this is not what is happening, that is just a propaganda, even Muslims are even affected, and what have you. But this year, we began to see some things, the level of involvement, even with some government officials, and yet the government is not even standing for the people, standing for everybody. They are always seen tilting to one side, which makes a lot of people begin to like, oh, what you always talk about, oh, it's everybody, it's not as if it is a religious whatever, everybody is being affected. A lot of people are beginning to understand because of this issue of those who are sympathizing with a terrorist, and those who are, will I put it, with the S-men will now understand where the government stands, and with the way things are going, who on earth does this kind of a thing? Where does this kind of a thing happen? That this kind of a thing, this great kind of thing happening in a country, and the government, the president seems not to be saying anything because something is wrong somewhere. Either two things, they are hiding a lot of things from Nigerians, or they are working on something that is not going to be palatable to everybody. So people are saying it, and just like it's been said, that this is always the case when some people are looking for trouble, once they feel that, or they see that other people are not confronting them with their problems, they will now suddenly become the victims. But when they are starting the whole thing, nobody will see them. But by the time you are now coming out just to confront them, and maybe you have upper hand over them, they begin to say, oh, why are you doing this, why are you doing this? And that is the statement, and that is the statement a lot of people have been making, with these two countries that are been going back and forth in all of these things. They will tell you, oh, these people started this, oh, because these people are not having upper hand, the blame now gets to them. And just like it has been happening, as you ain't been able to say anything with what is happening, the level of, it's just open, it's an open secret. It's not something that is being hidden. It's an open secret with what is happening in Nigeria. That, oh, you are saying that when all these things are happening, do you even say anything? But when they see you that you want to defend yourself, it becomes a problem. You don't have to defend yourself. But let's hear what people are saying. Well, thank you, Anaya, Naftali. They believe that lives in West Africa doesn't matter. Total media blackout in what is happening in Nigeria. Biafrans and other Christians living in Nigeria are being massacred on a daily basis in Nigeria, but the world turned their eyes on Israel defending their nation. This is really shameful. Well, how many Muslims were killed? Over 10,000 Muslims were killed in 2 months. So let us hear what that is what they are going to be telling you. Do you come out? That is what I've asked that question. Do you complain? Do you come out to complain because you believe that maybe that is what, if I thought it is even happening, let's even agree it's happening. But why is it that you guys are not talking? Just like a lot of them, you can see that one of them was sacked. One of the aides of a Borno lawmaker was sacked yesterday or some days back because of what he said. And the same thing that happened to Pantami. But what did they do? They covered it up. And people from that region, they don't even talk anything. They feel that that is how they ought to be living. If that's how you want to be living, other people are not destined to live like that. In as much you are not complaining, it's okay by you. Good and fine. That's your problem. That does not mean other people will not talk. You cannot use your blues to spoil another man's reggae. You can't do that. If you are comfortable with what is happening with your people, good and fine. And that's why you can see that there's never a protest from that northern side. There's never a protest. And once you see other people protesting, is a problem. You see what is happening in the southeast. S-men have been coming, doing all manner of things. Nobody said anything. But when ESN came out, oh, they began to tag them. They began to say all manner of stories. They begin to twist everything. Send wrong narratives out there. What kind of a thing is that? What kind of a thing is that? Well, someone says Islam is a religion of terror. They kill Christians at will. And when Israel deals with terrorists, they begin demonstrations. Christianity is a religion of peace, while Islam advocates war, destruction, and terrorism. They are descendants of the sons of Hagar, Ishmael, the house girl of Sarah, the mistake of Father Abraham. May the Lord have mercy on us. Okay, all Muslims are terrorists. It has always been in their gene to kill people. My wow. Nobody cares for Christians massacre. The God of Israel will continue to protect his children, the Christian family. Yes, the Christian family. So, of course, this whole world is just full of conspiracy. Everyone knows that when all of those things are coming out now, they begin to say, oh, why is this so? Why is this so? Why is this so? 100 million killed, or don't worry, the way all these things are happening, and if you don't believe it, I hope you will not regret it at the end of the day. Someone said, I will never be a Muslim, a religion of terrorist family. I would rather die in Christian than for me to embrace a religion that kill innocent lives, which are people like goats. Okay, God bring down your judgments over everyone committing evil, atrocities on other people.